joining me on my channel today. Chat GPT. So a lot of people are against Chat GPT and a lot of people are for it. So there's a real mixed bag for it. I'm Kerry. I am a multi-genre author and I came across Chat GPT just by watching lots of reels and on TikTok in particular with one of the top best-selling authors who said that they used it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a little, not for writing books, just want to stress that this author does not use ChatGPT to write her books. So I thought I'm going to have a little look at this. This was a couple of months ago. It took my interest, and I wouldn't say that we need to be scared of ChatGPT actually taking over and that authors will suddenly find themselves redundant over the next decade or whatever because people are using it to write books. Sure, there are authors out there who are using it to write books, but it's not going to take away the fact that as authors who are physically writing our books, it's just not going to take that away from us. What I did discover though is that it's a very productive tool and it has done a lot for me in terms of different things. So the first thing, I've just logged onto it on my computer screen. So the first thing that I wanted to use it for was some book blurbs. So I've just written this book, which is called Meet Me in Casablanca. Very lovely book. It's just recently come out. If you're interested, the link is below. And I wanted a book blurb for it because I don't know about you, but as an author, I can write 80,000 words, 100,000 words, and I don't even bat an eyelid. But when it comes to condensing all of that, including all the tropes and the essence of my story, I sometimes struggle to create the book blurb. And it can take me ages. And I just use so much time trying to create the book blurbs. So I went on to ChatGPT and I put in a book. The question I asked it was, write me some book blurb for a small town billionaire love triangle romance set in Casablanca. So it spewed out quite a bit, and then what I did was I read it, obviously, and I thought, you know what, that's not bad. I quite like that. It's really summed up my entire story. And so I changed quite a bit. I changed some of the sentences, I changed the names that it gave me, and I made quite a few changes to it. So you can use it for that, and it is really pretty good. And the thing that I liked about it the most was that it saved me invaluable time, because I work full-time as well. And I'm involved in a massive house reform, and like many of you authors out there, we have a life that's really busy. And I just thought, well, if it's going to save me 2 or 3 hours, or even half a day, or a couple of days to come up with a book blurb that's going to be catchy and zingy and it's going to grab readers' attention, then let me try it here. And I did, and I was absolutely satisfied with it. So it spewed it out in just a few seconds. Yeah, sure, you need to go in and change some stuff. And what I would highly recommend is that you do not copy and paste it. There are tools out there that are being used to verify whether your books have got AI in them. So do be careful and do go ahead and make some changes. Don't just simply copy and paste it and think, oh, that's fine, I'm going to get away with that. And also, you want to change it a little bit. You want to personalise it. So the other benefits that I found for ChatGPT were... sometimes I get a little bit stuck with my social media posts. I can trawl for ages through Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all those things to come up with some inspiration. And there are days that I'm just so, not demotivated, but there are just some days that I'm so brain dead from constantly writing, constantly being on social media, constantly reading books. And my time is taken up from 6 a.m. until 11 o'clock at night. So I've used it also to come up with some ideas. Now, one of the things, I'm just going to put a question in here. Let me see. For example, my YouTube video. When I create videos and vlogs, like this one, for example, I then come on to ChatGPT and I will ask it a question like, the question I put here is, give me some tags for a YouTube book haul vlog. Give me 10 tags. And within seconds, it gave me 10 tags that I could use behind the scenes when you do your vlog, that you can use as keyword tags, for example. So if you are a vlogger, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it came up with book haul, booktube, reading list, book lovers, new books, bookish community, book recommendations, reading goals, book obsessed, and book nerd. And I found that that wasn't the only one that I used. I mean, I've done lots of other things on my billionaire romance tags I could put in. So let me have a look. I asked it, give me some top YouTube tags for this book for SEO. And I put in, give me a YouTube title for a billionaire romance book. It came up with Love in the Lap of Luxury, A Billionaire's Heart. And then I asked it to give me the top YouTube tags for this book for SEO. So that's search engine optimization, if you're not familiar with that term. And it came up and said to me, to optimize your YouTube videos search engine optimization for a billionaire romance book, consider using the following top tags. So we had luxury love, billionaire romance, I mean these are obvious ones, romance novel, billionaire love story, wealthy romance, love in the lap of luxury, romantic billionaire, steamy romance, rich love story, best-selling romance, book recommendations, book lovers, some of these are obvious, contemporary romance, must-read books, book review, new romance novel, fiction books, and the list goes on. It gave me 20 in the end. So what I found fascinating and really brilliant for me is that when I started to use Chat GPT for SEO tags for my shorts videos for YouTube and for my vlogs, it actually increased the amount of views that I had on it. And I'm not just talking, I'm talking significantly. So the first time I used ChatGPT to give me some SEO tags for my steamy billionaire romance, which by the way is called Santa Fe Billionaire, and you'll find that on Wattpad, it's free, so you can just read it. It's really good actually. It's had over 300 views on it, it's about 350, 400 views on it, and I'm getting lots of comments and votes, so I'm ecstatic about that. And by the way, Wattpad is free to join as well. So, you know, if you're looking for some free books, then it's a great place to go to. And I used these tags, and I had over 460 views on just one of my shorts, which I would never have got before. Although I have had 1,200 views and stuff on some of my bits that I put on YouTube shorts. But for me, it's usually that I hover at the very, very low end, because I don't really focus a lot on SEO on my YouTube channel, because all my focus is taken up on promoting my books and engagements on social media. So I thought, you know what, I really need to try to work on this. I am doing an SEO course as well, by the way, but you know, you can use Chat GPT. It's brilliant, it's absolutely brilliant for this, and I saw a significant rise. I put another one up that I did some enhancements on and included the tags for SEO, which was billionaire love triangle romance, small town romance. I won't read them all and bore you to pieces with it, but it gave me some suggestions in a few seconds, and I used that on the tags on one of my other shorts for this book, and it increased my views significantly there as well. I think I had 600. As soon as I put it up, it was really quick. I mean, it was almost instant. All of a sudden I had something like 600, which is unheard of for me. I know for some of you all big vloggers out there and influencers that it's just normal, you know, because you have a massive following. I don't have a massive following. I'm still under 1,000. Although I did get 3 new followers this morning, which I was really chuffed about, so that was perfect. Sorry, something just popped up on my screen. So some of the other things that I have asked it for titles for my YouTube videos. So recently I wanted to do some promo for one of my audiobooks. I've got 3 audiobooks out, by the way, 2 children's books, Boris Flies to the Moon, Boris Meets Father Christmas, and my psychological thriller, Who's Watching Who, is also out on audio. So my question to ChatGPT was YouTube Shorts video descriptions for an audiobook. And it said, discover the captivating world of, and then you put in the title, or immerse yourself in an unforgettable journey with this mesmerising audiobook. Lose yourself in the enchanting storytelling so each word comes to life in the hands of a skilled narrator, and so forth. I mean, it gave me 10 options that I could use. Again, I used one of the titles. I changed it. Obviously I searched my book title. I changed it slightly so it wasn't just completely copy and pasting, because I wanted the titles to be a little bit different but along the same essence. And I put that in, and that also saw my shorts increase a little bit. So that was really brilliant. Now, some of the other questions that I have asked it are hashtags for author vlogs. and it comes up with a whole array of lists. So just to recap so far, what I've used Chat GPT for, I used it for my book blurb, which I had to edit and, change some of the bits in it, which I highly recommend that you do, so it becomes a little bit more personal and a little bit more from your own heart and your own mind. But it's a really good basis to start with. If you're stumbling over that, then you can go to Chat GPT. I also used it for SEO tags for optimizing, to assist me with optimizing my vlogs and my YouTube shorts. I've used it for social media and for top hashtags for across Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, Pinterest. I mean, you name it, I'm on all of them. So, and if you want to follow me, you can just go to my bio link and you will see my Linktree link. In fact, I'll paste it below so you can go and find me somewhere else. If you want to follow me on social media, that'd be fantastic. Because I do a lot over there on social media. I'm not just talking about my books or trying to sell my books to you. I'm also doing book blogs, and I do a lot of art reading and all of that kind of stuff, and inspirational quotes and things. So it's nice stuff. And one of the other things that I have used it for are book pitches. So I have got an LGBTQ small town romance book that I am sending out. It's in query with a few agents at the moment. And they obviously need a pitch letter. And I just thought, oh my God, where do I start? Where do I start? So I went to ChatGPT. I asked it to write, this is the question I gave it. I want to pitch a publishing agent with my LGBTQ book. Please write me the pitch. And it did. So it wrote me a really nice letter. Again, you do have to edit this. Do not use the words verbatim. Do go in and edit. Put your own personality into that letter. But it gives you a really good basis of what you should be using to do a pitch letter. I've also asked it queries on there. I had a problem with my car engine. I asked it to troubleshoot for engine problems with my car. It's a Daihatsu Copen, by the way, nice little sporty thing. And it came up with all these suggestions. So I've used it for lots of different things. I don't just use it for being an author. If I've got a query about something, or there's something I want to find the answer out to, rather than sitting through YouTube videos to get an answer for something really minor, I just put it into ChatGPT, and it helps me out with everything in my life. It's like having a virtual assistant. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Not everybody's going to love it, but what you have to do, in my opinion, this might not be your opinion, and that's fine. In my opinion, what you have to do is you have to embrace these things and not fight against them, because if you had somebody brought into your life who was your assistant, all of a sudden you would start asking that assistant to do things for you. You would say, hey, can you find out about this? Hey, what do you know about that? I need a little bit of research on X, Y, and Z, or can you find out this for me? And that is how I treat ChatGPT. I use it as a virtual assistant, and for me, it's fantastic. It saves me so much time, and time is what I need personally, because my life is just so hectic and so busy. In fact, so busy I didn't put a vlog out last week because I just didn't have time. My book came out, this book again. I can't stop talking about this book. I need more sales. Please, 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 please buy my book. And I think really, you should give it a go. So going back to the social media, one of the other questions I asked it was book talk ideas, because I was just getting a little bit, not fed up, but I was just getting a little bit samey on my profile of all the things that I was putting out for my book talk reels. So I asked it the question, let me have a look, sorry about this. The question was, give me the top book talk ideas for an author to post. So what it came back with was, as an author, you can create engaging TikTok content related to books to connect with your audience and promote your work. Here are some top book TikTok ideas for authors to consider. So I'm just going to read you a few because it gave me over 20. You can, by the way, if it keeps spewing out, you can halt it so you only get the top 10, or just ask for the top 10 or the top 5. Excellent book recommendations, share short video clips. There's a lot of blurb after this, so I'm just going to give you the highlights. Writing tips and advice, author Q&A, film yourself answering questions from your audience. Nobody really asked me a lot of questions, so I haven't done that one yet. I get very few questions, so if anybody does have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Reading vlog, document your reading journey, what you're reading, what you're what reviews you're doing, what rating you give them, behind the scenes, give an audience a glimpse of your life, what's your daily routine like, or your weekly routine, you know, what do you practice a lot of, that kind of thing, because people like that, apparently. I mean, I love to see what people do. I don't know if that's noisy or not. Book hauls, I do quite a lot of that because I'm always doing a book haul. Every month I get a book haul for Vinted, and I love to go to the charity shops and bookshops, and you know, we're all avid readers, so that's what we do. Storytelling, perform short readings from your own work or other popular books, which I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do one over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do a little mini vlog and a little book talk as well that will be readings from my children's books. I want to start to raise the profile a little bit for Boris Flies to the Moon and Boris Meets Father Christmas, because they're absolutely adorable little books about my own cat called Boris. And I thought, well, it would be really nice if I did a little bit of a reading, and you know, some people might see it, they might want to put their children in front of it so they can read and see the little pretty pictures. If they can't buy the book, or they don't want to buy the book, then at least they're getting that little bit of a story. Bookish DIY, share creative book-related DIY projects such as bookbinding, making bookmarks, etc. Book to movie comparisons. I haven't done that yet, but I've got some ideas in my head, because I always find that the book is much better than the movie. I find that one of the movies that sticks in my head is P.S. I Love You. Now, that I did definitely think was better than the book, only because I love Hilary so much. She's such a fantastic actress, and she stars in it. So, writing challenges, engage your audience by challenging them to write short stories or poems based on specific prompts. Show your own creations as well to inspire others. So it gave me a whole load of other ones that I could do. And that was on a day that I just thought, oh gosh, you know, I've got to get some stuff out onto BookTok. I don't want to do the same stuff again. I want to generate something a little bit more interesting and exciting for my audience. So what should I do? And so I went to Chat GPT and just asked it the question, and it gave me some ideas. So I think really, get yourself hooked up onto Chat GPT. It's absolutely free. You can enhance your user experience by going, what's it called? Upgrade to Plus. It's called Upgrade to Plus. I don't upgrade it to Plus because I really do not need Plus. So I think, give it a go, see what you think. Drop me some comments below. If you've got any questions, please ask me. And really kind of change your mindset a little bit over it. And look at ChatGPT as your assistant. That's your virtual assistant. You know, you might even want to know something cooking related or health related or fitness related or you know, anything, just absolutely anything. It is going to tell you. So I do sound quite happy about this, because for me it's a godsend. I mean, I've always wanted an assistant. Now I've got one and it's free. It doesn't cost me anything. I don't have to sit there and engage with the person. I don't have to talk to them, which sounds really antisocial, but I'm really busy. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it when you take time out just to watch my vlogs and listen to me blurbering on a little bit. But I do hope that this has been useful for you, and that you might give it a go, and then drop me a comment at some point and say, well, you know what, I tried it, I gave it a go, I asked it some random question, and I'm absolutely so overjoyed with the results, because I think that you might just be a little bit surprised. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am looking to hit the 1,000 mark. It's very slow. It's a really slow vlog. And it would be really nice if I could hit 1,000 subscribers. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you next week.